Good morning, my friends. Welcome to the special episode of Kevin at 7. It is Friday. Fantastic Friday. So hope you are having a fantastic Friday or planning to have a fantastic Friday. Here's the question. Do you actually know what you want? Like really, like in terms of massive success of what you want in your life, do you actually know what you want? And do you have a plan, a specific, real, actionable plan to actually get what you want in your life, to actually create it? Because this is what I have discovered. This is what has happened to me throughout my life is that and I've observed this, and this is what we do. We have this idea of what we want, but we don't actually have a plan to get there. Like someday I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but we don't actually plan it. Today I want to talk to you about reverse engineering massive success, because I believe it's the only way you get massive success. I look at my life, I look at what I've done, I look at the times that I've had success, little success and big success, and at people that have had great success. And here's what I see with almost all of them, is that they had a clear vision. They had a clear master plan of this is what I want my life to look like. This is what I want my success to look like. Now, for some of them, it's a business idea. It's a vision of creating or inventing something or creating something. But what I want to talk about is your life. Because see, to me, it's not about creating one part of your life. And we talk about, this is my whole theme of this idea of what I'm talking about on these Kevin at 7s. And that is a concept that it's all life. That we can't separate. I mean, you can, but I don't think this is not the way to happiness, is that you can't separate out your business career goals from the rest of your life. It's all life. Because if you succeed financially, but you're unhappy in your marriage, or you succeed financially in a business, but your health goes to pot, that's not winning. That's not a masterpiece. I want to create a life that's a masterpiece. It's all life. So type in the chat as you are watching this if you agree with me that you want to win in all areas of your life, not just in business, not just making money, but you want to be happy in all of your life. Then just type in the chat or in the comments, it's all life. Capitalize, all caps, all, A-L-L. It's all life. It's not just business. It's all of our life. So I look at people that are super high achievers in some areas, and I'm gonna give you an example of this. Thank you. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thank you, Brittany Booker. Good to see you. Here's what I look at. I look at a guy like David Goggins. David Goggins is a beast. I mean, this guy's insane what he has done, things he's accomplished. But when you look at his personal life, his kids are almost like his enemies. Like his family doesn't even have his family's respect. And I'm like, I get it. No disrespect to what he has, huge respect and acknowledgement of what he has done. But if you can be like the beast, that you can accomplish this, improve the world, you can do stuff that nobody else in the world can do. You can be the best in the world at a thing, but have another part of your life that you are in misery and it is absolute devastation. To me, that's not winning. I just look at this as not just your championship game is your entire life, not just one element of your life like a career path, a career aspiration. It's all life. Thank you, Ian. It is all life. So if it's all life, and if I want to make my entire life a championship, meaning I want to win in my finances, I want to win in my business, my focus, my mission in life, I want to win in my family, with my relationships, my marriage, my kids, my grandkids, I want to win with my health, I want to feel great, I want to win emotionally, I want to feel happy and joy, and I want peace of mind. I want all that. I want to win in my faith. I want to be faithful to my calling, doing what God wants me to do. I want to do all of that without compromising my integrity. I want to have fun while I'm doing it. I want all of it, right? It's your whole life. So this is one of the traps of being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, being a real estate agent, a loan officer, an accountant, whatever it is. If you're pursuing a career path, whether it's your own company or a job, when you're pursuing it, The problem is we get caught up in this as the game of what we spend from 9 to 5 every day, or 8 to 5, or 7 to 6, or whatever the hours are you're working, and then we go to work and we work, and we're focus, but then the rest of our life gets shoved off to the side. We don't take care of our health. We don't take care of our marriage. We don't take care of our personal, emotional well-being. We don't take care of our faith. It's just kind of like it gets the leftovers. And I propose that's how you lose. I'll also propose that we tend to just look at, okay, what do I do right now? What do I do next? Like, I got to have a job. I need to make more money. So what can I do to make more money? We focus on making little shifts right now, rather than looking at 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Here's what I want my life to look like. Here's what I want to have around me. Here's the kind of health I want. I want to be in this level of fitness. I want to have this financial situation. I want to have this setup. This is my family and my ideal scenario, my family and friends. This is the marriage I want. This is the relationship I want to have with my kids, with my parents, with my grandkids, whatever it is. And to have all of that and look at, this is the picture. This is the master plan. So you take a house. No builder builds a house from the ground up with no plan. They don't go like, okay, all I need to do is I just need to know how to build a foundation. I'll figure out how to build the rest of it later. Just let me start building I think a house needs a foundation first, right? So let's build a foundation. No, they don't do that. They start with the entire plan. The entire blueprint is laid out, created, and perfected before they even pick the lot. And see, we don't do this. Nobody taught us how to do this, did they? Did anybody teach you ever that the way you build a great life is you start with the destination in mind? Now, Stephen Covey, in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he started opening this door. This is where I first had this open to me, was begin with the end in mind. What do you want your life to look like? And then I worked with one of my mentors was Bo Eason, and he talked about having a 20-year plan. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to be in 20 years? Now, he focused primarily on becoming the best in the world at a thing, but I look at the whole life. And then my work with my current coach, Garrett J. White, he's the one that introduced me to this concept of reverse engineering your success. Reverse engineered production. That you produce your life, but you reverse engineer it. So first, start with, what do I want my life to look like? What is the goal? What is the big picture? I call it your master plan. My master plan is 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. What do I want my life to look like? That's your master plan. And then you take that and say, that's what I want. So now we're going to reverse engineer it. So for me to get on the path to having that in 20 years, what do I need to accomplish in the next year? Now I'm not going to waste a year doing something that does not matter toward getting me the life that I want. Because what happens to most people is when they're in their 20s, they're thinking, someday I'm going to do this. In your 30s, someday I'm going to do this. In your 40s, you're like, wait a second. I thought I'd be further along than this by now. I thought I would have this. But you didn't plan it. So you had these thoughts, you had this idea of, I want to do this, but I didn't really have a plan for it. And then you get in your 50s and you're like, I'm running out of time. Dang. Now, I haven't hit my 60s yet, so I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be like there, but here's what I know is I look back and I'm like, I was just trying to go to the next step without really having a clear picture of the end in mind. So if this is making sense, give this a thumbs up. Is this making sense? Do you know, here's the question, do you actually know what you really want your life to look like in 10 years, in 20 years? Do you actually know what you want in your life, in all areas of your life? Your finances funds everything, right? But your fitness allows you to enjoy everything. Your relationships allow you to enjoy it with other people. Okay, thank you for the thumbs up. Yep, and make sure you not only give a thumbs up in the chat and in the comments, give a thumbs up to the video itself. Thank you. Okay, do you actually know what you want, and do you have an actual master plan to get there? Now, once I have that, then I go like, okay, what do I need to do in the 2023? 2023 is coming up in less than 60 days, or less than 2 months away from 2023. Now, if I know what I want my life to look like in 2030 or 2040, and say, this is what someday I'm going to have this. Well, now we're going to remove it from someday and we're going to make it by 2030. I'm going to have, this is where I'm going to live, this kind of house I'm going to have, kind of car I'm going to drive, kind of relationships I'm going to have. This is what my family's going to look like. This is where I'm going to be traveling, the way I'm going to be traveling. This is what I'm going to be doing for other people. This is going to be my mission right here. This is my call. This is the direction my life's going to go. This is where I want to be. I want to be completely financially free by January 1st of 2030, or whatever the goal is. You got clarity. Now you back it out and say, okay, to get on that trajectory, what do I need to do in 2023? Now we can start creating a plan of like 2023 is not just a year that I'm like, I'm going to make X amount of dollars. It's like 2023 is a foundational year to put my life on a trajectory to have the lifestyle that I want in 10 years or 7 years or 20 years, whatever it is. Okay, and then once I've done that, now we can go back and reverse engineering before that. Well, we're not to 2023 yet. That doesn't start for 50 something days. So what would I have to do in the next 30 days? We got November. Today's November 4th as I'm doing this recording. You got 26 days left in November, right? You got Thanksgiving coming up and all that. What would I have to do in November to set me on a trajectory to have an incredible 2023 that would put me on a path to have the lifestyle of my dreams by 2030. And if I do this, and I then let's make it a November to remember, and then let's make it a December to remember, is like, what would I have to do in December? Now, when you get to the end of November, now we replan December and say, okay, between now and the end of the year, this is what I'm going to do this December to make everything set up for an incredible, amazing 2023 that will lay the foundation for the lifestyle of my dreams. And now every single thing that I'm doing, every single thing that you're doing has a purpose to the action. So I'm not just work. Okay? So here, let me just kind of play out the path here. So I just got a comment. Okay, so this is a real estate agent. Okay, now you guys are having side conversations. All right. Door knocking and cold calling. I'm newer to the business. I guess, Elias, you're asking, should you do door knocking and cold calling? So in November, no. Here's what I would do in November. Okay. In November, I would, and I talked about this early on this week on a YouTube, on Kevin at 7, is November, I'd be reaching out to every single person I know. I would be sending a personal handwritten note, thanking them for something. November is kind of gratitude month for me. This is the month that we just express gratitude because it's Thanksgiving. So what if you just spent the next 20 days, every day, just writing 10 personal handwritten notes or gift, greeting cards or whatever, Thanksgiving cards, and mailing them to all the people that you know. Put your business card in it and just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're not soliciting business here. We're just connecting with people. Okay, here's what we have done. We've seen our agents that have done this, my coaching members that have done this. When they send personal handwritten notes, they get referrals, they get business like crazy. They don't even have to ask for the business. Obviously people need to know you're in real estate, but when they know that, just the personal touch is incredibly, incredibly powerful. In fact, I've got my next blog video that's coming out next week. I talk about this, is if you want to get profitable, get personal. The more personal you can become with people, just really caring about people and let them know how much you care. So this is a month of gratitude. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be making phone calls and prospecting and all that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is cold calling and door knocking, yes, that's just a part of the ongoing game of real estate. Okay, now those are two specific strategies. I'm not a fan of cold calling. Okay, I'm a fan of strategic conversations. Phone calls are awesome, but I would make it more targeted than just, when I think of cold calling, I think of random, what they call, what do they call it? Where you're just calling a random area. We used to just call it cold calling. They call it circle prospecting. That's what they call it. Circle prospecting. Okay, good for you. Do circle prospecting if you want to. Circle prospecting is you're all just calling random strangers and saying, hey, want to sell your house? Hey, want to sell your house? Does it work? It will work. Okay, but it's a long, slow, painful way to do it. I don't think it's the best way to do it strategically today, unless you have a mixed method approach, so you're coming in at different angles. Like if you're doing that with a overall strategy that is more than just the phone call. Okay, but first leverage your relationships. Okay? So the whole point, I'm going to go back now to the point of this conversation today. Number one, what do you want your life actually look like? And guys, I'm telling you right now, the key is we don't spend time thinking about this. We don't think about what we want our life to look like. We just think about, I need to make money this month to pay my bills. I need to make money in 2023 to pay my bills. So we get caught up in, what do I have to do to survive today? Instead of thinking, what do I need to do and have to do to have the lifestyle I really want? And then we reverse engineer, but I'm always now playing with a bigger game, playing a bigger game with a bigger target. And that target is the life of your dreams. My friends, you are worthy to have an amazing life, massive success. This is possible for you, but you got to be willing to think and play differently than all the people around you. The people around you that you are surrounded with, for 90% of you watching this, you are surrounded by people who make you weak. You are surrounded by people who just think month to month, hand to mouth, make enough money to pay the bills. They sometimes will get a little excited about making some more money and all that kind of stuff, but they don't have a real serious dream that drives their behavior. They don't have a big burning desire that will compel them to build an epic life, epic success, to build a kingdom, to build an empire. My friend, this is where success comes from. Success does not come from working hard. Success comes from having a massive dream and then getting clear about that dream, planning that dream, and then going all in every single day to achieve those dreams and those goals that you have set. And the bigger they are, the more likely you are to achieve them. The reason most people's life, they live with regret and they live just in survival mode is because your dream's too small. So what I'm challenging you to do today is expand your dreams. Get a big dream. Get a dream that takes your breath away. As Ted Turner said, he said the best thing he learned from his dad, Ted Turner, billionaire, he said the best thing I learned from my dad was, my dad said, set goals so big they cannot be achieved in your lifetime. Because you never run out. You never burn out. You never run out of things to do. You never run out of climb and ascension. And so your life is always getting better. You're always achieving more because your dreams are big. High achievers have high goals and they go get them with a vengeance. My friends, this is how you have to play. If you're tired of being stuck, if you're tired of feeling like you're just grinding it, your problem is you're playing in a small game. Get a bigger game, get a dream, get a big dream. The bigger, the better. And then go get your dream. I am here to help you. This is what I do. I help real estate agents, I help business owners, I help people who have big dreams to go get them. So if you're a real estate agent and want to train with me, go to YesMasters.com. I've got a free training coming up next week, a masterclass on how to dominate in the current real estate market. And I would be happy to see you there. It's free. Masterclass next week. Go to my website, YesMasters.com, register, and I will see you on the path. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. Play to win, and always expect yes.